All right, so here is Syaonyan, the bona fide strawweight contender. And I would suggest to you, in terms of her UFC body of work, she has already overachieved, even though she hasn't realized her first UFC championship opportunity. A lot of people believe that Zhang Weili and Syaonyan are the two best strawweights in the world, and even though they're both out of China, they are firmly on a collision course. But the big wins have absolutely started to pile up for the Team Alpha male-trained Syaonyan. Who could forget the knockout of Jessica Andrade at UFC 288? And if she can get the job done here tonight, her next fight very well could be in a championship setting. All right, so she became China's first UFC champion back in 2019, became a two-division champ in 2022, and most people believe, Daniel, that Zhang Weili is the best 115-pound fighter in the world.
I believe she's the best. I mean, even in the losses, she seemed to be the best. We saw her beat Carla Esparza the way that she did. We saw her distance herself from Joanna Jędrzejczyk down in Singapore. And it seems as though now she's going to bring stability to this weight class, a weight class where the belt's been passed around quite a bit. But tonight she has a big challenge on her hands if she wants to stay the champion. Because once again, when you're staring at a hungry young challenger like this, you can leave nothing or take nothing for granted.
And I think that's been a big part of Zhang Weili's success, right? Keeping her feet on the pavement, focused on the task at hand. And we'll see how it goes for her here tonight in a matchup that she is favored to win. And now our tale of the tape for this strawweight championship fight. All right, to get us started with the official introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Syaonyan. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world, Zhang Weili.
Herbert Dean's in the building. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. Well, there can be few better backdrops for a mixed martial arts live event than this Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. And you remember when we finally got here in 2016, we've been showing up strong ever since.
Because every time you go to MSG, you should come.
She's thrown tonight. Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
All right, so watch for her to set up that hook here again. We were in our fighter meeting on Thursday. She said the fans are starting to call her Madam Lineker. She sees it as a compliment.
She sees it as an absolute compliment because she is in love with that specific punch as much as John is. She doesn't even know John, but she says, if I can take something from John Lineker, is that I want to sleep someone with a big hook shot from either stance, conventional or southpaw.
Well, let's see if she goes back to the hook again. Obviously, there will be a setup. She'll work off of the jab and go back to trying to punctuate the combination with a hook. Back and forth we go. Oh, stuffs the takedown without issue. All right, early round action here, and Zhang Weili not wasting any time finding a home for that right hand.
A beautiful right hand. You know, we saw this in the Jessica Andrade fight, her title-winning performance, where she overwhelmed her with that shot that put her out. Zhang Weili is a tremendous athlete, and when she explodes into this punch, she is as good as they come.
All right, let's go. Side kick is true. Big power shot there. Get that right hand up. Oh, roundhouse kick.
Guillotine jump. It looks like she's gonna finish this fight by guillotine. She's got her down. Now she's got to lock her guard and start to feed the hip as she moves over.
Oh, great submission defense as she gets out. All right, she's in full guard here, DC, but you know she passes as well as anybody in this division.
Oh, man, when she gets to the ground, she has an amazing ability to just be advancing or thinking advancement every single time. But her opponent has a great ability and a great sense of anticipation that when you try to go, she's able to get back to her feet, escape, and get to where she's comfortable.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Zhang Weili. She's got her back now, DC, and I don't mean she's like there to support her, right? She is literally on her back and in control of this fight.
She's in control of this fight. Look for her to start trying to slide that arm under the neck to finish the fight with a choke.
Xiaonyan's back in half guard. That's really good defensive awareness by the opposition. She's not going to get submitted here. Nicely done. Zhang getting worked here from the top. Ground and pound strikes raining down.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Xiaonyan's back inside control. Well, she'll ground you and she will pound you. These strikes are really starting to add up.
They're starting to add up because now she's more willing to take chances knowing that she can land.
Oh, big shots from the top. And there it is, another strike gets through on the ground. Oh, great reversal to top position by her there. Really high-level stuff by Zhang Weili. Oh, good work from her here from bottom position. Lands the ground and pound strike. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Hard scramble. All right, she's got her in a crucifix from top position here, DC. What are you trying to do with your legs to maintain control of that arm?
You know, you got to take the knee, slide it over the top of one of the arms so that when they're bridging and turning, the arm is just going up and down your shin. Blocked by your ankle, blocked by your knee. That's how you keep it there and you maintain the underhook on the other side. So you control one part with your knee, one part with your arm, and then you just use your hands to just punch and beat them up.
That horn sounds means we have reached the end of round one.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That was beautiful. Just like we practiced. You know what? She was ready to go down to that last round, and we should have finished her off.
Well, a punch like that would have felled lesser women, but she survives and gets to fight another round.
She's as tough as they come. She's sitting on her bench right now telling her coaches, I'm good. I'm ready to go. That was just a moment. I'm still going to get the victory. I believe she has to change something. She cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, let's get to round two. All right, here we go with our next round, and you got to think she's going to try to pull it on her once again after rocking her in the previous round.
She has to go forward, but also, John, stay patient. She does not want to rush and find herself the injured party.
Both fighters throwing heat now. Oh, and there's another combination. She's turning this into a sparring session. Just high volume, and her opponent's got to make some adjustments.
Opponent has to make adjustments, but she has to interrupt those combos. When she gets going into her combination, opponent needs to interrupt that. When she is this free-flowing, it is very difficult to deal with.
Oh, right hand lands again for Zhang Weili.
Zhang Weili's starting to feel it now, man. She's starting to get off of that right hand. She's throwing it more often now because she has found that she can land it at will.
Oh, man, I thought that was going to connect, but once again, she's just super effective at slipping strikes.
Little, small movements. None of her actions are big. It's slight movement right, slight movement left to find herself, for her to slip a strike and come back for a counter on the return.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem.
And now some separation between the two athletes.
Trying to kick the leg out.
She's got the single collar tie.
Xiaonan's eye is closing up. Huge shot by her there, probably her best strike of the fight.
Her best strike, and you don't see this type of power normally in this weight class, but she lands, and she lands very effectively.
Well, pretty good recovery by her opponent after being stunned, but we see this all the time, right? If you don't close the deal when you have that opportunity, your opponent's back in the fight and can potentially win.
Especially with this opponent. This opponent's so dangerous all the time. It does not matter that she hurt her before. She's going to have to close the door if she gets her hurt again.
Well, she was a little bit hesitant in round one, but she has certainly picked up the pace here in this second round. It took her a while to find her range. She's in a strong striking rhythm now. Oh, the roundhouse kick lands. Zhang's body getting all sorts of bruised up on that right side now. One of her coaches, the captain, Eric Albarracin, has said... Huge connection by her there.
Lower the curtain. Bring the cast out. Bring the casting crew. Take a foul. The night's over. Down landed clean.
Big elbow there. Able to land, but barely with that front kick. Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge uppercuts have landed, and the only wisdom is she goes right back to it here, I would think.
She has to go back to that. Why would she not go back to it? You don't fix something that's working. It ain't broken. Don't try to fix it. She is a master of landing uppercuts.
Xiaonan going for the leg kick. Nothing doing there. Able to block the punch there.
Oh, nice. Nice.
All right, so there it is again. Her striking has been on point really from the outset, and now some definite swelling on the opposition.
Some absolute swelling. She has done a great job of targeting the face. Making... Oh, guillotine, guillotine here. Got that submission locked up very tight.
Oh, she got out. How good is that?
That was a slick transition.
Let's go, let's go. We got
All right, so her submission attempt is denied yet again. She's going to keep going for it, but the defense has held up every step of the way thus far.
She has to. She has to keep going for it. Because if she wants a chance, she's got to keep trying to throw up submissions. Unfortunately, she is trying to submit one of the best grapplers in the division.
All right, nice transition into full guard. If you're the top fighter, where do you go from here?
Try to posture up, get some big ground and pound off, which will lead to you passing the half guard. Big right hook there by the champ.
20 seconds to go, round two. Xiaonan, ground and pound from half guard now. Seconds winding down in round two.
Great shot from the top position.
All right, round three coming up next. Well, they haven't called for the doctor yet, but she is swollen. Doesn't look at all like the woman who walked out here a couple hours ago.
Yeah, she got beat up in that round. She took far too many shots right on the target. She has got to do something different on the defensive side, or this fight is not going to go long.
You ready to fight? You ready?
All right, here we go with this third round of this championship fight. Blow of this fight thus far.
Yeah, man, she landed a massive hook, and it has her opponent hurt bad.
All right, so her hooks have certainly been the big storyline in this one, DC. Give us a prediction. You think she goes back to it here?
She's absolutely going to go back to it. When I look at her fight, I think of John Lineker, where he just throws hooks to the body, hooks to the head. She does a great job of mixing up the target, and now as the fight has progressed, expect her to try to really sit down on one and end the fight.
Oh, there it is. Another hook connects. Zhang's now dealing with a cheek cut. Ooh, pretty good uppercut.
I mean, she's fighting a fantastic fight.
Trying to hammer that lead leg. Nice hook for her.
Beautiful high kick.
Syaonan going for the takedown, nothing doing there. Well, she's got a good jab, missed with it there. All right, so she continues to attack the body to great effect. Actually, some redness now underneath the elbow of her opponent.
Yeah, she does a great job of attacking the body in multiple different ways, and it's starting to pay dividends for her.
She got that single collar tie. So a combination of knees here in the clinch. They all landed to the body there. Nice work by Zhang.
Lands a solid kick right there.
3 minutes to go in round 3. Syaonan going for the head kick here. She misses, telegraphed that shot. Can you believe maybe the best shot she's thrown tonight? Her opponent's hurt.
Beautiful placement on that hook. What a great job of finding such a massive shot.
Trying to kick the leg out. Well, hard to see exactly where she is cut, but it's somewhere around that eye area. Doesn't look great.
It's never good to get cut, but right now it's a small one. You don't have to worry about it, but you got to protect it.
Xiaonan's eye looks so swollen now, you've got to at least speculate as to whether or not that is a fractured orbital. A commitment to excellence. She finally gets this fight to the ground after many failed attempts. She was not discouraged. Now she has this fight exactly where she wants it. Xiaonan's looking to pass here, denied by the opponent.
In the half guard.
Lands a strike now from the bottom. Nice work there by Zhang Weili.
She's way too calm on her back. Right now, she's got to get moving because now she's starting to swell.
Keep working in there. Posture. Posture.
All right, so her ground control is outstanding. Half guard is when she's at her most dangerous.
Yeah, she's at her most dangerous when she has a half guard because she's so brutal with the ground and pound. She likes to go after fighters and really wear on them, force them to make decisions to give their backs so that she can chase her submissions, or they're gonna lay on their back and just get beaten up from the top from that beautiful half guard position.
Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running a guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up.
Oh, great reversal to top position by Zhang. In full guard now, DC, and I know when you're in this position, you're looking to pass the half guard pretty quickly.
Oh, absolutely. Trying to get the half guard so I can start to get up ground and pound. This is exactly what she needs to do. Not only does it get you to a position to get off ground and pound, it also takes a lot of the danger away from your opponent off of their back. Half guard is not nearly as dangerous as full guard, so get the half land some ground and pound, get posture, and then continue to dominate on the ground.
All right, north-south position now, DC. If you're on the bottom, what are you trying to do to escape?
If I'm the bottom fighter, she needs to try and force the top fighter to make an action, to create some sort of sequence that will allow her to start defending. Because the moment you're on the bottom there, you're just kind of waiting, right? You're fighting with your hands, trying to grasp onto something that will allow you to get up. It's a very difficult defensive position, but it's not impossible. There are many, many ways for you to get back up to your feet.
All right, there's the end of the round. Xiaonan's eye has looked a whole lot better, DC. We'll see what the cut man can do to sort of stem the tide with the swelling, but if he's not able to get it to come down, that eye could swell shut. Well, I'm not sure if the swelling is just cosmetic. She might be severely injured. Let's look back at some replays from that round.
Well, when you take shots that clean, you run the risk of being injured, and injured badly. She was not good defensively, and ultimately, she's the one that's paying for it. She has got to change something if she wants to stay in this fight.
Fourth round, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. All right, so here we go. You can feel the tension. Fourth round is underway. We'll see who has the upper hand here.
You feel it inside of the arena. The fighters feel it inside of the octagon. It's palpable. The energy is crazy because you understand that in the next 10 minutes, someone's going to get a belt strapped around their waist. It's amazing.
All right, so the narrative remains the same. She is just wearing it upstairs. She has absorbed so much damage and might be a strike or two away from breaking a bone.
Yeah, it looks like something's very wrong with her face. She has been beat up. She has taken way too many shots up top. She did not move her head, and now she's paying for it. She is so swollen.
Nice 1-2 there. Well, not just a high output fight to this point, but a high accuracy fight as well. Both fighters have absorbed a lot of damage thus far.
These two women have both fought so valiantly. They have really laid it out on the line tonight, and it's made for a very fun fight.
Nice crack there. Nicely done. All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success from this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook, and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
All right, so again, she targets that swelling, and that would be the way to go, right? Continue to pursue the area in which your opponent has failed to adjust.
Absolutely. She's as smart as they come. You know, we always talk about her ability to beat up her opponents and find the best course of action, the best way to get a victory. She's done that tonight, recognized it early, and she has stayed on course.
All right, you're doing great, girl. You're doing great.
And now she's in mount.
Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Wei Li. And right into side control.
There will be no yellow flag for targeting. This ain't football. In fighting, it's all fair, and it's getting worse. Nice transition. And now she has her back.
I need you to move.
Nice shot there by the champ.
Just over 2 minutes to go. Nice positional control here.
Control her wrist.
Half guard position for her here, and if you're the bottom fighter, this is truly a case of pick your poison.
Yeah, you got to pick your poison. And if you're on the bottom, you got to be trying to find a way to escape that bottom leg. You cannot allow your opponent, you cannot allow her to sit on your leg and just throw big damage and strikes. You've got to make sure you're on an elbow control, an underhook, and getting back to your feet.
Until you get your guard back.
Yes, smart adjustment, yep.
Man, these women are putting on a show tonight. The crowd absolutely loving it as they make their way back to the feet.
The crowd's going crazy because they just saw two high-level grapplers mix mix it up on the ground. It was phenomenal to watch. Big shot lands for both guys.
He's had a huge strike right there, DC.
Great shot landed. Now she's got to go chase her down and get another one off to finish the fight.
Well, she better not be too dismissive of this calf kick because I see some visible bruising now.
Well, the first one doesn't bother you, but then before you know it, all of a sudden you can barely walk. She needs to start checking right now.
Oh, spinning back fist. Just out of range with that right hand.
Let's go. Keep pushing.
Under 20 seconds now to go. Telegraph that spinning back fist.
Go after. Finish it. Finish it.
Xiaonan's eye is officially swollen shut. The referee keeping a close eye on things. Maybe he'll call for the ringside physician, but that condition is only going to get worse as this fight continues. Man, this is getting out of control. She heads back to the stool. No denying the heart, the toughness, the confidence, but her eye is essentially shut. And if she can't open it a little bit, doctor's going to stop this fight. Well, she is unrecognizable with all of that swelling. Let's see if we can isolate exactly what caused it.
What happened to her face, John? She's not the same person that we saw walk into the octagon. She has not been good defensive. She's got to change something. Maybe a takedown. She's got to limit the punches landing to stop all this swelling.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fifth and final round.
Great commitment to the kick game.
Oh, how good's that leg kick? Zhang's shot is blocked. All right, now she touches her with the left hand. Nicely done.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
She is such a diverse striker that big strike landed, and it looks like she's going to finish this fight.
Zhang's limping. That would suggest that the leg kick is having the desired effect. Just out of range with that left hook.
Relax. Keep your hands up for me now.
Oh, now she gets it done with the side kick, though, so we'll see if her opponent can adjust and not be on the wrong end of too many more of those.
Well, she's going to have to if she intends on getting into her desired range. If she continues to take those side kicks, she's going to stay at the space that her opponent wants her at.
Xiaonan's nose is cut now, and she's starting to deal with some blood in that area. Oh, beautiful hip toss there as she takes her opponent for a ride.
She took her on her own personal flight. Over the top with that beautiful hip toss. Fantastic technique.
Well, they won't need to go bonus begging after this one. They're getting a bonus tonight. This fight has been all action from the opening horn.
I mean, what a phenomenal fight. Both fighters should be very proud of themselves.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Zhang Weili. Man, how about her IQ to continue to target that cut? And now it's bleeding bad. Well, she's staying busy, continuing to land ground strikes. There's another one.
Oh, nice.
Scramble.
All right, into full guard here, DC. Where does she go from here?
She needs to be passing. Right away passing. Trying to pass to get good ground and pound off.
Well, this is exactly the sense of urgency you'd want to see from her here. She's trying to keep the judges out of it. Really lighten her up now.
Get back in this one. Takes one punch.
Xiaonan gets touched by that kick to the body. Xiaonan's doing a nice job targeting that area, continuing to attack that already compromised and swollen eye. Oh, Superman punch. Leg kick checked effectively there by Zhang. Oh, she put everything into that one, now has her opponent on the ropes.
She threw her entire body into that massive uppercut, and she is seeing the reward of her hard work.
Well, she felt like the uppercut was going to be there. It has absolutely been there. No reason to think she won't get back to it here.
No, she's going to go back to that position. She has to. She can go from the clinch. She can do it off of her combinations. She just has a variety of ways of landing that punch.
Nice straight punch for her there. Man, she's got it all going with the hands, with the feet tonight, and that cut is really becoming a factor now as this fight continues.
Yes, she's got to move, Jay. She's got to get on her bicycle. She's got to get to the middle of the round so that the cut man can get to work. Because the more she's in there, the more she tries to fight face first, the more that cut is going to open up. She's got to get moving.
All right, 45 seconds now to go on the round. Zhang's back in half guard. Good job by her here to land some strikes from top position. All right, so now as the cut continues to get worse, it appears as though it's starting to affect her a little bit.
Yeah, it's starting to affect her. You can see it. She's reaching for it. She's pawing at it. She's trying to understand where the blood is coming from. She has got to stay locked in if she wants to win this fight.
Final seconds of this fight. Oh, nice left hook. All right, so a title fight that goes the full 25 minutes. We'll get you some highlights here, and you're going to see highlights from both women, but I think the champion just did a little bit more to get the job done tonight.
She had a tough fight in front of her, and she stepped up to the challenge. She made sure that that belt was going home with her, and I think that she got just enough done in order to ensure that result.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 48-47. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, and still the undisputed UFC strawweight champion of the world,